Today I'm going to show you how to make the monkey page from the alphabet quiet book representing the letter M. I walk you through the process step by step. The head and arms attached with Velcro so the monkey can swing on the branch or be removed. There is a pocket on her belly with a banana and two more are hidden under the leaves. You will find the pattern link in the description and first comment, so let's get started. To make this monkey, you will only need a few simple tools, most of which you probably already have at home or can easily get. I use Korean felt in my projects. It's perfect for sewing quiet books for kids. I've prepared a set of templates for you to cut out. Cut along the drawn lines. For the smaller pieces, it's best to use small precision scissors to make things easier. Once you've cut out the templates, place each one on the color of felt indicated on the pattern to keep everything clear and organized. Then, using a disappearing fabric marker, trace each shape onto the felt and cut along the lines. For cutting small details or larger pieces on dark felt, I recommend using interfacing fabric with glue. I explain how to do that step by step in another tutorial. The link just appeared at the top of the screen. Let's start by sewing the monkey's head. Place the three small pieces on top of the brown felt and sew each one using white thread. When I sew small pieces, I go slowly, especially around curves where the shape changes. I usually use a stitch length on 2.5, but for tiny parts I set it to 2. Remember to increase the thread tension a little if you are sewing through several layers of felt. Place the paper pattern on top of the cream felt piece, aligning their top edges. Using a disappearing fabric marker, trace the eyes and smile onto the felt. I will embroider them with black embroidery floss. If you would like to see exactly how to do it step by step, check out the separate tutorial. The link just appeared at the top of the screen. I will draw two small dots for the cheeks and two for the nose, then embroider them using black and pink embroidery floss. Now let's prepare the Velcro pieces. You will need the next two paper templates. Place them on your Velcro tape and cut out the shapes along the edges. We will need two pairs of the smaller pieces and one pair of the larger piece, both the hook and loop sides. Take the larger Velcro piece with a loop side, place it in the center of the rectangle felt piece and sew it along the edges. Turn the prepared piece over so that the Velcro is on the bottom. Place the monkey's head on top and sew it around the edges using brown thread for both the top and bottom. Finally, trim the excess felt along the edge of the head to match its shape. Take the body piece and place the monkey's head on it in the correct position. Mark a dot where the Velcro on the back of the head touches the body. Place a larger piece of Velcro with a hook side on that dot and sew it on. Then place the smaller loop side Velcro pieces where the hands will attach and sew along the edges to secure them. Place the next two pieces here and sew them on using white thread. Place the belly here and sew it from this point to this one. At the start and end of sewing, stitch forward and backward and repeat twice. This way the piece will be securely attached and won't come undone. Place the tail under the body and secure it with a clip. Then lay the monkey's body on the brown felt and sew along the edges. Remember to use brown thread for both the top and bottom stitches. Finally, trim the excess felt along the edges of the body. Slide the monkey's arms under the branch piece and place the smaller velcros with a hook side at the height of the paws. Then sew along the edges. Place the branch on the brown felt and sew along the edge. Use brown thread for both the top and bottom. Then trim the excess felt along the edge. Slide the monkey under the branch and attach the arms. Then place the branch on the base page, 27 mm from the top edge, and sew only the side edges of the branch twice. On top, place 2 leaves on each side, draw a line along the center with a disappearing marker, then attach them by stitching with green embroidery floss, sewing along the drawn line just like we did with the eyes. Prepare the pieces to make 3 bananas. Place the brown pieces underneath the yellow pieces and secure them with clips. Then lay everything on yellow felt and sew only the yellow pieces along the edges. Remember to use yellow thread for both the top and bottom stitches. Next, trim the excess felt along the yellow pieces so that the brown banana stems remain loose and movable. Then place the last piece, the letter M, on the left on the monkey and sew along the edges with yellow thread. Place the finished page on light green felt and sew along the edges, using green thread for both the top and bottom stitches. Finally, trim the excess felt along the edges of the page. To join the pages, I use a shoelace that I weave through each page. The hole position is marked on the base page pattern, and you can make the hole using a hole punch. Use the largest diameter available. The monkey page is ready. I hope the tutorial was clear and easy to follow. If you enjoyed it, please leave a comment below. If you want to make another page from the ABC Quiet Book series or check out other Alphabet Quiet Book projects, feel free to click on the thumbnails appearing on the screen. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye!